Welcome back to a new video. Before I talk about this workout, a couple little updates. So the first one I talked about in the last one, contemplating taking a sick day. I ended up doing that because I woke up the next day and I just felt kind of groggy. The kind of just cold that you have that as you feel better, your sinuses will start to drain. And I don't know if other people experience this, but when I talk a lot, so aka when I'm teaching, sinuses tend to drain a lot more, and I don't want to be blowing my nose and coughing and doing all of that, because it'll probably make could potentially, if I could talk, could potentially make my voice go out, which I have had experience before when I've had a cold and I go to work. It's not necessarily that like I'm so sick that I couldn't do anything, but then I lose my voice, and then that obviously becomes a detriment as the weeks go on, because then you can't use your voice, and that's obviously important when I'm working in a gymnasium. But this was the first workout of the prep, and I started with some muscle snatches, then some no foot snatches, and I can actually feel my nose wanting to drain right now as I'm talking. So I'm definitely glad I did that, because I certainly would be just uncomfortable throughout the day. And honestly, I need to get better at taking sick days, even if I'm not like dying from an illness. But anywho, back to the video. So like I said, I started out with the muscle snatches up to 80 for a double, and then I went to no foot snatches, and those are feeling pretty good as well. I did doubles until 105, and then took one last jump to 113, which is 250 in pounds, and that's more than I did the last time I did these. But I will probably have no foot snatches in the entire prep, because I think they're a really good movement for me, and they really allow me to focus on my bar speed, bar path, and bar speed, that turnover. And it just is a good simple movement, and you can load it as much as your technique allows. But I wanted to do doubles on this day because I still want to spend this time to get stronger. I don't just want to go to maximum and everything and just go Bulgarian, because I still do have 5 weeks until I am competing. So there's that time to continue to build the lifts and to get repetitions in, and not just do only singles. On different days I might, depending on what the workout entails or what I want to do on a particular day. But the structure of the workouts is mostly focused on continuing to build the movements and to continue to get stronger through complexes and stuff, but also just to continue to build the squats. And I will say later this week, it might even be the next day, my back squats continue to move up. I don't think I'll push it up too much more, because I was able to do, I think, after this workout. So this is the 105 double that I did there, so I was happy about that. But I was able to get up to 225 in the back squat, and I don't know how much more I'll push up from there. I think it'll be more important to be consistent at that weight, and just every time I want to go heavy on back squats, to be able to get up to that and just make it as smooth as it was in this next workout. With this complex here, because the theme is kind of getting some volume in, I did a 1 plus 2 plus 2. And this is just 60 kilos, so it's not too big of a deal, but I did 60, 102, 125 with the 1 plus 2 plus 2, and then went up to 140, which is more than I had originally planned. So for both of these movements, I went heavier than what I had originally wrote in kind of like my workout draft. Which, speaking of my workout training draft thing, over the years, I would always write the like week-long program for myself to do, or at least like, this is the progression that I want to have for like the next 2 weeks or something, and then I just wouldn't do it, and I would get annoyed and I wouldn't look at what I wrote. But most of it was fine. I would just go heavier or lighter on different days, or do different things a little bit. But with this prep, recently, not just with this prep, but with recent workouts I've written for myself, I have a draft notebook of programs. So I might write down something and then not do it, but it kind of allows me to write down a workout and write down like a progression or a program for stuff for me to do without the pressure of having to actually do it. And I can adjust it. I can kind of write down like, all right, this would be a really nice thing to do in this week or in this day, and then to kind of go back and adjust things and not have it like in my main workout journal. My main workout journal is just catalogs what I actually do, but the mistake I would make in the past is I would write down what I'd want to do on a day in like the workout journal, and then like have to go on a race, and I don't like having to do that, because then it makes you feel like you're not successful. So I have that notebook there that's for doodles. Like I'll write down stuff that I'll never do, but it's kind of just nice to kind of think through what you want to do in different weeks or different days, and then be able to actually see what you actually execute in your normal workout journal. But I've been liking having that, but I have all the prep in there, but obviously things will change. And like here, I didn't plan to go to 140. I planned to only go to 125, but I was feeling good, so I tried to do the 1 + 1 + 2 with 140. Wasn't able to do that, but I was able to do the second rep there. And that's going to be kind of a common theme of still trying to push heavy, but trying to do repeat attempts at heavier weights to get the practice of it, and not just continuing past those weights to increasingly more maximal weights. After the clean jerk complex, I just had these pulls here. I just did a couple sets. I don't think, like I originally planned to do like 3 sets of 3, but I just don't think I need that many sets of pulls. And as long as I'm doing some reps and working on increasing the weights, then I'll be fine. Pulls I'm never really too worried about, as my back strength's always there, my pulling strength's always there. It's just kind of building the speed and the tolerance to loads that I'm going to be trying to snatch or clean and jerk. But anywho, that's the first workout of the prep. So far, everything obviously in this workout went pretty well for the most part, but hopefully they continue to move well and I'm able to hit some good numbers at the comp, but obviously have to have a good last 5 weeks of training. Anywho, that's it for this one. Talk to you on the next video. Peace.